In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on April 22, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Miami Marlins versus Cleveland Guardians, Game 2. Following a postponement of Game 1 on Friday night, the second game of this series is now the second part of a doubleheader. It appears that both the visiting Miami Marlins and host Cleveland Guardians will use Friday night's projected starters for the second game. This is the first series between these clubs since 2019. There's potential for more rain on Saturday, but hopefully it'll pass. The Marlins are 5-1 in their last 6 in Game 2 of a series and 22-46 in their last 68 road games versus a team with a winning record. Miami is 18-39 in their last 57 interleague games. Meanwhile, the Guardians are 1-4 in their last 5 in Game 2 of a series and 36-17 in their last 53 overall. Cleveland is 8-2 in their last 10 Saturday games. The change of scenery will do the Marlins bats some good here, and Miami has won 6 of their last 8 and simply hasn't been getting much love over that stretch. Garrett poses some issues on the mound, but the bats out of Cleveland haven't provided much in terms of refuge. I might try the Marlins for Game 2. Garrett has pitched pretty well over his 3 games so far, with 5 earned runs in 13.1 innings. Garrett has given up a lot of hits, however, 19 against 13 strikeouts and 2 walks. That said, if Miami can give him a few runs of support, I think Garrett will be in good shape. Look for Braxton Garrett to settle in and for the Marlins to be strong at the plate. So the Miami Marlins money line is our full game side pick. Neither of these pitchers has been throwing strikeouts at a high rate to start the season. We've seen Cleveland stay composed at the plate, and they have been able to make opposing pitchers pay the consequences when they aren't dialed in. The Marlins still sit in the top half of the league in terms of batting average, but they just haven't got the runs to support that. Braxton Garrett gives up a ton of hits and will give the Guardians chances to manufacture runs. Zach Plesac has just been getting rocked this year, continuing a troubling trend after his incredible 2020 season. With this being the second game of a doubleheader, the relievers that enter probably won't be the top guys, unless the first game isn't close. Look for a change of tune and to see multiple run innings here. Anticipate plenty of scoring, even between 2 of the league's weaker offenses. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Cincinnati Reds versus Pittsburgh Pirates. The MLB action continues on Saturday, and one of the more entertaining matchups on the docket pits the Cincinnati Reds against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Cincinnati comes into this one at 7-13, while Pittsburgh is currently 14-7. The Reds are 16-35 in their last 51 road games and 17-35 in their last 52 overall. The Pirates are 10-4 in their last 14 home games and 5-0 in their last 5 overall. The under is 4-1 in Reds' last 5 overall. The Reds are 0-5 in the last 5 meetings in Pittsburgh and 2-10 in the last 12 meetings. For starters, Sessa gets the nod for the Reds, and he's been horrible to start the season. Over just 12 innings of work, the right-hander has allowed 18 earned runs. This top-tier Pittsburgh offense should tee off on Sessa and defend their home field. Rich Hill, on the other hand, has recorded 2 consecutive quality starts and is starting to settle in with the Pirates this season. He'll take on a Reds side that's just 20th in runs scored this year. They've also lost 4 straight games. I'm not excited to get behind Rich Hill as much as the next guy, but Luis Sessa has been awful in his limited frame so far. The Cincinnati Reds have been on the struggle bus offensively all week. That's not ideal when going up against a Pirates offense that's consistently putting up crooked numbers. All things considered, I think the Pirates are justifiably favorites here, and I don't see an upset happening. The Pirates are red hot right now, and I'm not going to be the guy to fade them. So the Pittsburgh Pirates money line is our full game side pick. Cincinnati has seen the over post an 11-8 mark in their 19 games in relation to the total entering Friday. The Reds were tied for 18th in runs per game as they averaged 4.47 runs per game this season, though that that number falls to 3.86 runs per game as the visiting team this season. Cincinnati has an average total of 9.84 runs per game this season, and that falls to 8.57 runs per game on the road. Pittsburgh entered Friday's action having seen the under post a 10-9-1 mark on the season. The Pirates are 7th in the league in runs per game as they put up an average of 5.15 per contest, though that number drops to 4.57 runs per contest at PNC Park. Pittsburgh has seen an average total of 9.3 runs per game, though that rockets up to 10.57 runs per game as the home team. Look for this game to go past the total as both pitchers leave something to be desired. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Detroit Tigers versus Baltimore Orioles. On Saturday night, the Detroit Tigers and Baltimore Orioles play Game 2 of a 3-game set at Camden Yards. The Tigers will send left-hander Joey Wentz to the hill. The Orioles will give Kyle Gibson his 5th start of the year. Detroit is 5-2 in their last 7 games overall and 16-36 in their last 52 games against a team with a winning record, while the under is 4-1 in their last 5 games following a loss. Baltimore is 5-1 in their last 6 games against a team with a losing record and 4-1 in their last 5 home games, while the over is 5-2-1 in their last 8 games overall. Kyle Gibson will take the mound for the second game of this home series with Detroit. Last week, he gave up 4 runs over 5 1/3 innings in a no decision against the White Sox. Playing in the American League Central for a long time, Gibson has a lot of experience facing the Tigers, albeit most of the lineup has been turned over. He should be able to easily navigate through 5+ innings of work, with his command better after a lackluster effort last week against the White Sox. Detroit is 29th in OPS and boasts one of the weaker lineups in baseball. I just don't trust this Tigers lineup for consistent success, and despite a bumpy start here and there, Kyle Gibson's actually pitched pretty well so far for his new team, and I just feel like the Orioles are far and away the more trustworthy team here. Look for the Orioles to get on Joey Wentz early and build a big lead, allowing the pen and Gibson to do their job. So the Baltimore Orioles money line is our full game side pick. The Tigers are averaging 3.35 runs per game and 3 runs per game on the road. They average 5 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Orioles. With Baltimore giving up 5.57 runs per game at home, the Tigers will go over their average in this game. The Orioles are averaging 5.5 runs per game and 5.71 runs per game at home. They average 3.33 runs per game in their last 3 games against the Tigers. The Orioles and Tigers played over the total in 2 of their last 3 meetings. With Detroit giving up 5.78 runs per game on the road, the Orioles will score enough runs to push the score past the total. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.